Okay, Riley, all right, you got your app done. That's fantastic. Let's go and take a look. Okay, so we've got Mental Pal. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click through this. Let me just do something real quick first. I just want to reduce this a little bit so we make sure that it fits in the page. Okay, so we have Mental Pal. We have our sign-in screen, right? So we go over here. We see what can we do. We can sign in and register. So we'll go ahead and do that. There's our sign-in page. We can see the next thing to do once we sign in is we're at the welcome page. Continue there. Now, this page is a little bit problematic because there's not enough information here. There's two things I'm finding here. This is more of a wireframe and not a finished, complete designed page. So we've got profile where this assumes that we click the profile or click our profile here. My question is this: at this point, we're in Mental Pal, so we've already set up our profile, right? So here's our sign in. Okay, so here's our profile. So we've already completed our profiles. We go to the welcome page. Why would we go back to the profile? So even when I click that, it doesn't go. Okay, I see. So there's the profile page. But my question is, once we're in the app, why would we go back to the profile page? And the other question is, what are these? What are these indicative of right here? It says the name of a therapist, but it doesn't indicate that on this page. So there's a little bit of confusion here. Also, it looks like this is an area too. This is your notes and this is your email, but who are we going to message right now, right here? Like, do you see what I'm saying? There's this. Should this even be on this page? Because we haven't clicked somebody to message. So how can we message from this page if we haven't? Do you see what I'm saying? And you can definitely make notes on this page, but how can we message somebody on a page until we've selected that person we want to message? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so here's our profile. So I notice also the back button isn't a back button. So here's the profile page. So it's a back button. But this goes back to the profile page. So there's profile, there's profile. Actually, I take it back. That back button does work. So let's go back to the task flow. Okay, so we have sign in. We have, and I'm just going through this page forward. Welcome screen, profile. Again, that page is just really unclear as to its function. Then we have profile. Here would be your profile, status, interests. Okay, excellent. Therapists. Okay, so this is your list of therapists. Okay, that's excellent. There's your detailed therapist page. Now we can message your therapist. That's great. And then you have a notes area, and that is it. Okay, so my question is could we have had another one or two more task flows? In other words, I think one of the important things would have been to set up a task flow for setting up an appointment for one of the therapists. I think another task flow would be to maybe access a page of things that you can do on your own depending on your mood. So let's say you're feeling, you have a page where you have your mood, you select your mood and things that you can do. Let's say you're having a specifically depressing day. So you would select that and it would give you things, suggestions, tips and tricks and articles and things to address your mood for the day. Do you see what I'm saying? So my point that I'm trying to make at this point is I would have liked to have seen another task flow, as right now the only task flow we're seeing here is, which is great, I mean it's great, is that setting up a task flow so it shows you understand. So in your task flow, what you've done is you've set up a profile page, a sign-in page. You've had your therapists listed. You can contact and message your therapist, and that is what your task flow is. So I would have liked to have seen additional task flows. And I think the other most important comment is the pages aren't really designed. I think they're basically based more off wireframes, especially this. This is just, it's not labeled or anything. It's a real, I mean, imagine if you got to this page in an app and you would be like, okay, what do I do now? Just start clicking. There's no indication of what these are. And I would have loved to have seen the screens designed to a higher degree. Instead of just using placeholder information. I would have liked to have seen this designed to the degree that a stakeholder could look at this and really make a proper assessment as to whether or not they want to continue with this project based on the visual and functional attributes of the app. Now, the functional attributes are there as you have walked through a task flow, but the visual attributes out there in that many of these pages aren't designed. Okay, so those are my main concerns and comments. So I think it's a great job. You're definitely showing you understand the process, and that's fantastic. At this point, I just want to talk about the process book real quick. Now, be sure you take a look at the Welcome to Week 5 announcement, which has a list of the requirements for the process book that's due at the end of Week 5. So make sure you look at that, because I'm going to go through that list and make sure that all of those requirements are included in your process book. Of course, if they're not, then they would be considered to be missing elements, right? So for that reason, I want you to make sure that your process book includes all of those elements. The list looks like this. It's a bullet list. Remember, you've seen that. I've posted it a couple of times. It says, you know, that the items marked with an asterisk are optional but recommended. And these are the requirements for the process book. So make sure you get those all in. Those are available in that Welcome to Week 5 announcement, so you can access it from there. Okay, Riley, good job. I'm so glad you found success in this. And just if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.